On this episode of Tales from the Outpost, we'll be staying at Disney's Contemporary Resort.
We will be doing some shopping, and we'll have some time at the pool. And in addition to all that, we're going to get to experience the Contemporary Resort's club level rooms and amenities. So please stay till the end. We'll go over whether we liked it, disliked, and whether it was worth it.
Yeah, so come waste your time with us. So here we are at the Contemporary Resort. What do you think?
I think it's just amazing to be in the Contemporary Resort. It's just a good mixture of classic Walt Disney World with all this amazing throwbacks to Walt in the lobby mixed with modern, and it was just recently revamped and it just looked amazing and it smelled amazing.
Yeah, you walk in and this beautiful smell just wafts over you, and I think they do that to all their resorts. They pump in some special magical spray.
I know.
And it just smells amazing.
Yeah.
They have fresh flowers.
Yep. Yeah. So we got to the Contemporary. It was a Friday morning, probably around 10:30 or 11. We just Ubered over from MCO. And then we wanted to check in right away because we are staying club level.
Yeah, and club level was for Mary's birthday. It was a bucket list thing. We don't normally stay club level or at the Contemporary.
We've never stayed at the Contemporary ever, actually. I mean, we're DVC members, so we've stayed in the DVC tower, but we've never stayed in the main Contemporary, the original OG Contemporary tower.
And when you check in, they like have a person come with you and make sure your magic band works on the elevator, because you have to use your magic band on the elevator to get to club level. Yep. And there's two different club levels, right?
Yep, there are two different club levels. There's the tower and the atrium. We were in the tower, which is on the 14th floor, and then the atrium club level is on the 12th floor. So we were staying near the 14th floor, and he went over everything we needed to know, and in that way taking us up to the level.
Yeah, he was fun.
Yeah, but like Kevin said, we don't normally ever stay at the Contemporary. This may be our last time. We typically don't stay club level.
It was a short weekend.
It was a short weekend. It was just the two of us. And because it was for my birthday, we decided to treat ourselves.
That's right.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
So here we are entering from the hostess stand to the club level. And as you can see, it doesn't seem that big.
Yeah, first impressions is that it was small, especially staying at the Contemporary, and especially for the price you pay. You would expected this grand, modern room, and this was it.
Yeah.
This is all the bigger it was. I will say
But the patio.
It did have a view.
It has the view. It's got couches out there. And
yeah, it's like it's got the view everybody wants. And
right.
So you walk out here, it's 2 sections. There's couches. You can sit out there, and then voila.
Right.
There's the Magic Kingdom right outside your window. And the beautiful blue sky that's behind it. But we wanted to enjoy some snacks.
Yep. And we think that was one of the best things, is the snacks and the treats that they had in there. And you could actually get alcoholic beverages.
Mm-hmm. Starting at 11.
Yeah.
Well, actually you can get them for breakfast too.
Yeah.
But snack time was from 11 to 4. And this is during snack time. So this was just like a crudité area. And they had some chips. And then they also had some Uncrustables that were cut up.
Really good.
Which were really good when you're kind of hungry. And then they had cookies that you could take in little baggies as well. But you could get beers and wines at this time. You just had to ask. And then you could get sodas, coffee, water, and they had a water filtered machine there. And then fresh juices.
Sparkled water too.
Yes, I did have
espresso
sparkled water.
Machine.
But the snacks didn't really fill us up after traveling, so we headed downstairs to the Contempo Cafe to get something to eat. But we took a detour through the store, and we had a look around before we headed over to the cafe. Got a meal here from the Contempo Cafe. We got a power kale salad and a Dole Whip cupcake because it's all about balance.
I forgot to tell him no olives.
And Kevin forgot to tell him no olives with his meatball sub with chips.
That instead of...
Okay, well, we're all done with lunch.
No, I'm still working.
You're still working? Okay. Well,
No,
and beers suddenly appeared every time you were near. What'd you think?
Good.
The meatball sub from Contempo Cafe. What about those chips? Fine.
I get French fries.
I had the kale power salad, and it was good. It had roasted chickpeas on it, and that's one of my favorite things. And like a lemon dressing. If you like kale, you will like it. And you can't beat the view, which is Magic Kingdom right out our window. Monorail going by.
Guess what?
What?
Our room's ready.
Our room is ready. Yay. So we just found out our room's ready.
Yeah.
We are in 4912. Now when I booked this, I booked a club level standard room, lake view. So let's see what we got here. Oh. Kev's not loud. What? We have a theme park view. Not what we booked, but we have lucked out. Sorry, I'm going right to the view. Look at that, right outside our window. Oh my goodness. This is like amazing. Excited?
Yes, totally.
Welcome, Miller family. I'm gonna do a quick room tour because everybody knows what a room is. Ooh, that's neat though. Ooh, we have robes. This fun blue door. Full-length mirror, drawers. Obviously the door to walk in. Bathroom. There is a tub. Oh, and a separate shower. Neat. It's got the rainfall head and a normal bathtub. Kevin does like a bath. It's a bathroom. Single sink though. And the toilet, which is where you do your biz. And this is all Incredibles themed. And we got an Edna Mode room.
Okay.
Very cool. Looks like a connecting door. 2 connecting doors. Kevin's pointing at something. And it sure did. He keeps taking our money. And he happily does it, and I happily give it.
And we're 2 doors down from the
concierge. So like anything we want, it's like we just walk down a couple steps, get drinks. There's a couple of blocks here. We're gonna walk out here on our, oh my gosh. Oh, there's even like a little lounge chair. And there's a couple very comfy chairs right here. We don't even have to go anywhere to watch the fireworks. Yep, there's the club levels, like balconies, like right there. We got the Poly over there, the new Poly Tower. Grand Floridian, bus depot. We got a monorail coming into the station. So after we enjoyed our view for a little bit and hung out in the room, it was time for the appetizer hours, which are from 5 to 7 every night. And this is supposed to be like light snacks, but there's definitely enough for a meal. And they have wine just sitting out, and there's beer in the fridge, and I think you can ask for some mixed drinks too.
You could definitely make a dinner of this meal. So they had sushi, like all kinds of salads. They even had wasabi. So
Yep. Yeah, 2 kinds of sushi, I think, each night. I think it was the same sushi.
It's like shrimp tempura.
And then the Mediterranean pork, and this was a chicken with pasta, mac and cheese, and carrots and something else.
Potatoes, I think.
Oh yeah, the tater tots. This is kind of the kids section.
Mac and cheese was really good.
Oh my gosh, the mac and cheese was so good. And then my favorite section, which is the like charcuterie section, where they actually had some good cheeses.
And they had honeycomb.
And they had Parker House rolls.
Oh yeah.
And butter. And these are kind of our plates filled up. And I'll say this was amazing. This was some of the best food, and I think some of it actually came from California Grill.
So after our dinner, we had to hit the Halloween party.
And we'll put a link to that video down below. But we were too full to actually try a lot.
Happy Halloween!
And then it was time for bed. And then it was time for breakfast. Because that's how we roll when we go on trips.
Right. They had avocado toast. They had all kinds of cereal. They had sausage.
They had bread pudding.
Oh yeah, like bread.
And then they had the really delicious fruit, and they had like eggs and yogurt and things like that.
Fresh fruit was amazing.
Yep, and the oatmeal was actually really good too. And you can get mimosas in the morning, and the breakfast hours are, you can start getting coffee at 6:30. Breakfast is served from 7 to 10:30. And this was kind of a load up of our dishes here, and you can have fresh made lattes and espressos from the machine. And it was really a really hearty breakfast that is included with your club level stay.
And you can get Pog mimosas.
Yes, you can.
And we actually did get a few Pog mimosas and took them down to the pool.
Yep. And that's where we headed this day. This was our second day of our trip, and we just went and explored the pool area, and we spent a good 2 or 3 hours by the pool.
And did you know that when the Contemporary opened in 1971, that pool was like the largest pool like in all of Disney property? So it's huge, but I don't know if it's the biggest now, but yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. And we enjoyed it in the hot tubs and the tropical beverages. And not only do they have a really nice pool, but they also are on they're adjacent to the lakes around the Magic Kingdom, and they have a boating dock.
And you can rent those boats. You can get even a guide, like a fishing guide, that'll take you out. And we didn't do that, of course, but yeah. So, do you know, in 1971 when it opened, Bob Hope was really good friends with Walt Disney, and he did the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Contemporary. But you know what they were going to call it?
What?
Tempo Bay Resort.
Huh.
Yeah, and some of the famous people that have stayed here are Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Ronald Reagan, and Nixon did his famous "I'm not a crook" speech here.
I've heard that before, but that's very interesting.
Yeah, those are my little research tidbits.
Yeah, and so the rest of this day, we did a little bit more shopping, of course, and then we actually resort hopped around the Magic Kingdom resorts, which will be a future video.
It's like a pub crawl.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And we had a snack and a drink from each of the Magic Kingdom resort hotels. So that is to come, and it'll be a good one. But we didn't really get a chance to eat the appetizer at the club level this evening. We did get a small plate later in the night, but we didn't really film much of it because we weren't that hungry, but we had to try it. And I think we'll have a picture of that here in a minute. But after the appetizer hour is the dessert and cordial hours. Mm-hmm. So appetizers are from 5 to 7, and then desserts are from 8 to 10. And we did get to experience, this was the only night we got to, this is not the desserts, by the way. This is the only night we got to experience the desserts at the hotel.
Right.
And here is the shot of what we got.
The meatball was good.
The meatball was good, especially on that Parker roll, and you can make a little sandwich and a little Sammy, and it was good. But then,
more sushi.
And also more sushi and more wine and beer. And then we got to go to desserts. And I will say that this was probably the most disappointing of all of the meals in the club level.
Right.
It was everything was kind of
yeah.
And it's just like nothing was like, oh, I want to get more of that. I think we tried a little bit of everything, and I don't even know if I finished everything on my plate.
No.
I will say that I'm not the biggest sweets person, though.
I'm not either.
And so we're more of a savory family. So maybe that could be why. But the desserts weren't really hitting it for us. But the wine and beer were still included. And so we were able to drink, grab our desserts, and then we headed back to our room for maybe the best part of the whole trip.
Oh, yeah. It was like watching the fireworks.
Watching Happily Ever After.
Our balcony.
Yeah.
What's cool about it, too, is you can coincide the music on your TV to coincide with the fireworks, and you can watch the whole Happily Ever After show
right from your balcony. And then after this, we were exhausted, so we went to bed, and voila, it's breakfast time. So now as we wrap up this video, we want to go through our points on whether this is worth it and what you should look at when making a decision if you want to stay club level at a hotel.
Right.
The first point is you shouldn't look at this compared to another hotel. You need to look at it as the same type of room in the same hotel. So a club level room at Contemporary versus non-club level at Contemporary, and see what the price difference is there.
Right, because you're going to pay more for food, drinks, if you're eating out all the time. But if you're staying at the resort...
Yep, and that's the second point. Take into account how often you're actually going to be at the resort. For us, this trip made sense because we were going to be at the resort or not going to the parks from open to close. So it made sense for us to get our money's worth in the club level resort.
Also, you want to think about how many people you will be staying in your room, because that makes a big factor too. If you got 4 people, it makes sense.
Yeah, because you're saving a lot more money with the amenities. Another thing to think about is, will you and everybody in your party be happy with just eating the snack size food that's out there? Will you still want to be eating out at sit down restaurants and picking up different kinds of snacks, or are you going to be okay with trying to limit yourself to just what's in the club level room?
Right.
And I think the biggest factor of that is
if you drink alcohol,
yep,
beer, wine, mimosas, cocktails, all that stuff, that's all provided. So
yeah, so when you start to add that up, like $10 for a drink, if you think about having a nice breakfast, you're going to probably spend $50 for a couple if you throw in a drink like that. So when looking at this, the club level room for us was $100 a night more than a non-club level room at the Contemporary, or about that. And so we were going to stay at the Contemporary anyway because we were going to the Halloween party in Epcot, and that was a really close hotel for both. Yeah. And it was a special occasion, so we were staying at the Contemporary. So then if you add on $100 more to that,
a day, so that's $200 for the whole weekend. And you look at, we had 2 breakfasts, we had snack time, I can't even count the 3 dinners,
yeah. A dessert, and I can't even count the mimosas, beers, and wine. We definitely got our money's worth.
Yep.
And if we wouldn't have had the theme park view, we also would have been able to sit outside on the balcony and watch the fireworks from the club level room.
Right.
So for us, our likes is it's definitely worth it for us because we do partake in alcohol and we did enjoy the food and we were staying at the hotel a lot.
Yeah.
If those things weren't part of it, may not be worth it.
Yeah.
But for us, it was worth it. And would we do it again? If the price is right, yes, we would.
Yeah. And be sure to check our other videos out. And we want to thank you for spending your time and wasting your time with us.
Yeah, and
we'll explain that in a future video.
We will, what that means. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and check out some of our other videos. Like and subscribe if you feel it in your heart to do so.
Don't cost nothing.